well.
Secret's
Secret could
turn
still
to
pick it up for
pick.
Puppey here. It might be a good idea just to mirror what Earth Spirit does, follow him around and make sure he doesn't have too much impact in the laning stage.
It would feel odd seeing a hero like Slaughter make it through bans and picks, not even touch at all the draft with a matchup like this of Secret versus Cloud9. So
just ignored completely.
Yeah, no, that is one hero that I would be absolutely shocked by. That maybe like a lone Centaur, Coddle, kind of like the 4 up there, and yeah, sure enough, the other 3 were banned. Initially, again, the Ogre thrown in 2 for good reason, as talked about. Noya plays a fantastic Ogre sniper. But yeah, needing that buff for the sniper, though, is definitely something that they will most certainly look for, whether it is that Drow aura, whether it's the Vengeful aura, as we mentioned earlier, and so on. So, but the 3rd pick for Secret, man, they are really using all this time, sure, discussing it over. Puppey, ultimately the one that drafts it, of course, but we're going to be down to 30 seconds of extra time right here. But no doubt Slaughter has to be one of those options, but they're not going much, so they want a little more reach.
Yeah, we saw how well Yapsel was punched it in the previous game, and you know, as the draft kind of progresses, you see Cloud9 4th ban the Lifestealer, knowing that Slaughter obviously is still in the pool, and knowing how good the combination between Slaughter and Lifestealer is with the corrosive haze and all that physical damage. But more importantly, it's the carrier, right? It's this ability to jump on the sniper past heroes like the Nyx, Earth Spirit, close that gap and get on top of the Burger. And 9, their 4th pick. I really wonder where they're going to go with this, because we often assume sniper mid, right?
Yeah.
Because that's where more often than not it goes. But I know in the early days of Cloud9, they did used to run sniper safe lane experiment. And you're talking about sort of steroids or buffs for sniper to have. The Bloodlust is gone. There's no Slaughter for the there is Slaughter for the Corrosive Haze, but it doesn't really fit into Cloud9. The remaining ones are like Invoker with Alacrity, something along those lines. Drow Ranger you mentioned with the buff up from the aura. But I'm not sure Baby Knight plays too much.
Maybe instead also another core like the Weaver. Yeah, like a Weaver short lane.
Oh yeah, with the Swarm.
Yeah, it can help amp the damage that way, and also gives you another core and one that can kind of, be in the more the front lines or cause an issue up there while Sniper's sitting in the back.
Can you smell bacon?
I don't want to say anything, but
I can smell bacon.
I am known as Bacon CPK sometimes.
Oh, really?
I do smell bacon. And I believe Grace, one of the great people here at the BTS studio, she's actually been making bacon, apparently. I went in the kitchen earlier with water.
10 seconds remaining.
What are you making?
Making bacon.
I'm like, oh my God, you are.
5
Amazing.
seconds
Yeah,
remaining.
Oh, cool.
This is going to make this cast that much more difficult.
Now, Visage. This is a hero that has had some big peaks in play. We used to see Visage a lot with Drow Ranger as a kind of 4-role support. You had the birds, you got the Drow Aura, you kill towers, you're annoying and all across the map. But of late, a lot of pro players, especially like Visage spammers or people who like the hero in general, have almost entirely said that the hero is close to awful outside of playing it as like a solo mid or a solo safe lane as a core hero. This might be an opportunity for Cloud9 to actually play the Visage for Baby Knight, who's obviously known for his micro skills after transition to StarCraft, coming back, playing Broodmother, playing Visage and heroes like that.
Leave it to Cloud9 to do something like this. I mean, they feel like the team right now, at least in these qualifiers, that they will really just do some radical stuff, and definitely have proven that they can do it well. So, but yeah, no, I hear what you're saying, and definitely I've not casted a Visage in forever.
I mean, it equally could be just the 4-role Visage again, or maybe even the hard 5. Have Earth Spirit roaming around, Visage controls lane, but then you're still looking for that safe lane carry with difficult option.
Yeah. Very curious here with the Visage, but we'll see how he makes use. Of course, those familiars ultimately helping to make the hero in general. I mean, he provides decent burst. The Soul Summon, right?
Yeah.
Soul Summon one. The damage there. So as far as potential of dealing damage could be there as well. But yeah, what role we're going to exactly see him in is kind of that question now. So the 5th and final pick ideally will help us get that information. That really depends, again, whether they want to run that Nyx 4, that is that Offlane. The final ban for Team Secret now coming out. They're probably going through similar thoughts that we are in that, how are they going to run that Visage? What should we ban out here as a result?
5 seconds remaining.
It's got to be tough when thinking about it.
Okay, they just ban the Drow. I think that's the safest option. Drow kind of enables both Visage and Sniper. So taking that out of the loop, but that's the expected ban, so I'm sure Cloud9 have something ready to go with their 5th pick. But for Secret, there's heroes like Slark, Juggernaut that both take advantage of the Empower from Magnus.
10 seconds
I
remaining.
don't know where Ember Spirit's going. Could be safe lane,
5
could be
seconds
mid for
remaining.
either MP or mid one. But we've also heard, we've seen the shift away from the
Reserve
Veil
time.
magic damage Ember Spirit into sort of more boots of travel
5
Maelstrom.
seconds
You
remaining.
you kind of go that direction. And also, there are a lot of players out there who still feel that Battle Fury Ember
Radiant
is very
team
strong.
pick.
But Team Secret, pressure play, terribly.
Yeah, they go terribly. About that Battlefield, like I keep hearing this idea that it's making a bit of a comeback. Maybe,
But never seen it.
I've never seen it since 7.0 at least. Since that Veil's become a thing and magic damage has become a thing.
That's the weird
10
thing, right?
seconds
Because there are sort of 3 or 4 different, I guess,
5
paradigms of
seconds
Dota.
remaining.
Yeah.
There's like casual pub play, there's medium level to high level pub play, then there's professional
Reserve
players who are playing in
time.
pubs,
10
and then there's
seconds
competitive
remaining.
play. So this whole Battle Fury Ember Spirit is, professional players and very high level pub players who are Battle Fury, but it's yet to make that move into actual competitive play. Didn't expect Timbersaw.
They've been running these similar cores, though, a lot. In fact, both games earlier today of Cloud, now that we've casted, it's been Timbersaw Ace, Sniper Baby. So, I guess they just like this duo as of today. Now, Visage obviously is where it's pretty different here. That means, though, I don't know. Because we still don't have an answer, right? Like, where is this Visage going to end up? Now, again, if they've been doing what they've been doing earlier, you'd figure it's going to be Ace on the Timbersaw, and that means it's going to be a 4-position Visage with Nyx more the Offlane.
Well, the last couple of times they've run the Visage, Rise has been playing it, and he's usually their kind of hard 5, right? Yeah. He's their big supporter, while Noya does the roaming around into the lane. So I think it is just going to be standard lanes. Earth Spirit roams into mid, maybe controls the offlane a bit with an assassin. They've got the Visage safe lane to help out the Timbersaw of Ace. Alright, we'll be there.
Prepare.
Here we go. There's that Terror Plate though. MP, of course, going to be planted here. Mid 1 is on the Ember Spirit, so it's being middle Ember. We usually would expect, of course. We've seen some short lane Embers this time around. It'd be more of that middle instead, more the typical. Early aggression being put out here by Team Secret as Puppey's all the way down here. He still has a ward on him, actually. Never in placing it. Got it out there as he's trying to walk away now, but they do block at least one camp so far. Camp right here with that sentry ward. Get back, so the early TPs. Success sorts for Team Secret, and Magnus is setting up in the offlane. Yeah, that's actually true, isn't it? Oh, it's going to be an offlane Magnus here. That's kind of just hitting me. Yeah.
30 seconds
get your levels
to battle.
Buy Iron Talon. It's actually not buying Iron Talon. It's got Scout Shield and goes with the salve.
Oh. So starting with one idea, then all of a sudden. Oh, alright.
Okay.
I'm mitigating here.
I mean, I guess there's no real great way to kill KheZu unless he makes a massive misstep, because he'll absolutely hard lockdown until an Earth Spirit rotates in. But if Earth Spirit is rotating to an offlaner, I think that's fine.
Yeah,
KheZu, what a player.
Right at the last second. And you know what? This is reminding me too that KheZu playing the Nyx, also a hero that they played with the Sniper and the Timbersaw earlier, and we were commenting on how fantastic he was in the previous game, at least on that Nyx. So it's not, honestly, not a surprise at the same time to see such a solid play being made right off the bat right there, and thus the 3-1 bounty rune coming out. So yeah, looking forward to seeing some more big impales from Joe Rotten playing the Nyx assassin here. But he is going to have pressure at the top lane.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit annoying. A little damage over time from Warlock is irritating, but Nyx has 4 in a second. Then you throw in a
well, now you got a bunch of coming out. A lot of Shadow is up. He's going to pop into the Chinga right there. Does the 4-man kill, but that's not going to work. Too much magic damage ultimately coming through. MP right before the kill, actually, with that metamorphosis.
Yeah, up to 71 damage, launching his projectiles across half the lane. No problem.
So definitely worth that cooldown to get the first blood.
So mid lane should be going, I feel, better than Baby Knight. Mid one has played this incredibly well. He went for the 4-man shield and Quelling Blade rush, instead of buying himself regen or saving up any money for the bottle a little bit earlier. So he's able to withstand a lot of the harassment of the Spirit, and in the meantime, Nau is leeching experience away from Baby Knights. You can see the level 2.5 through level 3 Ember Spirit against the sniper who just hit level 2. So you're going to have 2 points in flame guard, and maybe even kill power for mid one to turn around onto the Earth Spirit if he gets too ballsy.
Sure, you need to be careful about that turn around potential. Suggestion right here as just about level 3, once one more creep still happens, he will be getting in top lane. Nyx again taking some pressure from the Warlock. Saw earlier, if he falls, gets behind the punch, then all of a sudden that rock comes down. They get away. Does he have spiked carapace? Yeah, no, he's still level 1 actually. Still sitting with that impale. If he gets a spiked carapace, it'll be a little chance to escape, but he's not going to stick around for too long. He will get the bounty reach top. Gets back up there.
Pop level 2. Have at least a little bit to get himself away. Puppey's level 2 as well though, so now he has the hook and the prop. Could spell danger for Earth Spirit if Puppey was also He's brought a smoke out to himself. Really collect the bounty rune over towards the dark side of the map and maybe even rotate on play.
Yeah, makes his way all the way down here. He's steady. He has that smoke. Not going to use it just yet though. Definitely coming down here, however. They're going to be popping the shrine. KheZu back to full mana. Level 2 shockwave.
I was wondering if they maybe smoke together and move mid, because you never expect a roaming back at level like 3 minutes in. Yeah. 1 point in skew and 2 points in shockwave though, it's a fair amount of damage, and maybe not shoving this wave into tier 1, so that could have been an opportunity for them to exploit.
And not taking advantage though, KheZu back in the bottom lane, going up to contest against Ace here on that Timbersaw. How is he doing down here? I mean, Timbersaw 17-3, Magnus 10-0, so Magnus has been dealing with the business though. So that Rise, and meanwhile doing a pull camp, so keep an eye on Rise though and see the progress. Items on Visage, from my understanding, I guess Medallion.
The majority of the time you kind of go Tranquil Medallion, I believe, because Visage is a very kind of static hero. You're very slow, you don't want to move from lane to lane, you can't move over and right there. But Tranquil's Medallion, and then you look towards the Aghanim Scepter. If you want to go for the early kind of ramp play, if you want to get up as well and utilize the rotation, maybe you think it's not going to take more. Metamorphosis into Blood Rock.
That was the hook just started to off actually. Couldn't get away from that point. As we were going over earlier, once he gets that hook, especially, it's going to be pretty difficult even with the spike carapace to run away. Middle lane, middle line. Taking some good damage with that travel, but now Nau needs to be careful. Hook. He's not going to get the angle. Good job by Earthspear running down.
But you can see the turn there, right? It's 2 against 1, and mid 1 actually has the ability to turn and fight because of his level advantage over the other route for the Visage, of course, is to go the greedy way. And we used to see this a fair amount where you go like Hand of Midas, so you can get your levels faster, get your Aghanim Scepter a lot quicker than you expect. Flash farm, you don't get fast to him unless you're say lane hero. Being able to go Hand of Midas wouldn't be a bad option, but I think Rise is just the sacrificial hero here. Like, spam wards.
What about obviously Ags?
Yeah, Aghanim Scepter is like that's the end goal. Like, please, I just want Aghanim Scepter.
Like one of these. Extra familiar, please.
There are some cool Visage builds out there, you know. Though. We've seen carry Visage with like AC and Maelstrom because of course you get a lot of attack speed with your Grave Chill. You're relatively tanky, so you can be a damage dealer. It's much safer just to kind of utilize the birds and do damages.
Vision, set up gigs, push your towers. Only the potential being there, and it's fun to see unique stuff like this, especially against some big matchup. This is for good positioning here on the EU standings, of course. As Hester Rodigan will need to be careful into the sidestep. He doesn't really sidestep, but just out of range. Again, the butt gets tickled a little bit, so doesn't actually get hooked back in.
Dire's bottom
dangerous,
tower
but he survives as bottom lane Noya's made its way down here. Just a little bit of a push from the gets the tower. Good damage into it, not half-life just
Radiant's
yet.
middle tower is under attack.
This is Pudge rolling on here. Puppey picks up that battery and wrapping around to the middle lane. Aggressive ward done it.
I think maybe looking for when that next assassin moves from lane to lane or even the Earth Spirit. It does rotate the top lane. Noi has been having nothing of this. He doesn't want to go and contest the PB, especially when Metal is pop. Tier 1's being taken out. Tier 1 up here.
They're going to TP and Stamper coming up the side carapace, and maybe. Oh, he gets hooked back though! The save by Puppey. Gonna set up the turn kill. Never Spirit joins the party. Baby Knight will fall. I mean, that was a kill 100% on MP. He still might be dead actually, but the heal for the Warlock of the Shadow are keeping him alive. Has to arrive, trying to run him down with those boots, but now he's turning around. Metamorphosis still ready to go. Putting in the auto attacks against that turn kill.
Secret.
Beautiful teamwork on Team Secret.
They nearly had Noi, maybe with a hook. Dodged.
But that, you know, he's lining up the assassinate, feeling good. He's like, I got this. And then, that hook's right there.
TV's dead. Yeah, oh, whoa. I didn't expect that right. I didn't really think that C9 would go and contest that. But they nearly had it. Just Puppey's superior positioning, his knowledge of where to be at the perfect time. But now Radiant have realized that they've got this Observer ward up. Don't want Pudge to be roaming around and lurking in the river or behind them, sneaking around anymore.
Did they counter a ward there? Was there one there?
There wasn't a dire ward there, no.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at, because I think they figured one was there because of that positioning, but not the case, so.
Right place, right time.
Exactly. It goes back to that experience. But yeah, the aggressive ward is in that middle lane as you're going back to it. Good vision for the team. Nyx Assassin is close to level 6. He is level 6 now, so he has Vendetta. Now looking for opportunity to perhaps use. You're going to run down Warlock somewhat, but chase him down. But yeah, they figure, you know, he's one of those heroes where you hit level 6, especially coming from the off lane. Some heroes you're fine still farm, like an Underlord. Like, okay, keep pushing, keep farming, get that. Nyx, I feel like, is one of those. You hit level 6. Probably want to start using that Vendetta.
Try and push your lane, make sure that it's not massively obvious that you've left. You know, if the enemy wave is at your tier 1 and you're not there leeching experience with farming, it's kind of obvious that you've left. But as you go, Justin's lane is the enemy tier 1. Now he's looking around. Fortunately, Rise is not quite level 6 yet. It's one of the cool things you can do with these birds. Obviously, they just fly over trees, and projectiles that stun, donk on top of your head and they stun you up. But with Nyx Assassin scouting and giving this information and intel, if they had the birds, they could Vendetta, stun with birds, control up, and that would be a kill on KheZu there, if they had the level 6 position.
Hey, he's still trying to get there. He does the pull yet again. I feel like this has kind of been his home down here. Just really a couple of these camps, and again, when he hits level 6, that's his spike moment that you're getting at. Can help with this. The Revenant in. Searing Chains. Nope, not going to be out of offering. So the Searing Chains just yet. Still chasing him down. I guess he did use it before. Slide of Fist using the Baby Knight. Eventually being taken down. A couple of auto attacks coming through. Chaotic offering helps finish off Visage actually. And Spike Carapace saving the Nyx for now. But then he wants another kill. That Haster is just wearing off right now. It's just going to be enough though with the Flame Guard.
As it expires
as
it
goes away. That's that timing though.
That's sad for C9, but great by Secret. Mid one did pop the Searing Chains, but Searing Chains doesn't latch up to people in fog, and there was like a fraction of a second. I'm talking like 0.1 seconds, where Baby Knight went on top of the ramp, and Mid one see him, and then when Twilight died, they walked into a trap.
Oh, First Spirit, he's like...
And Paladai has a regen rune. I think mid one's just gonna say nah.
No, this is you give that to mid one. Obviously, if they have a shrine, they do have a shrine. Yeah, just gonna go use that unless Nyx can change that. Oh man. Oh, this is awkward. Actually, he can get the kill on the Terrorblade if he gets
both. Oh no,
yeah, he'll get the. Yeah, they use the shrine now, so well played right there. Oh, he steals the creep too. There you go.
Got him.
Got him.
So it's been pretty quiet so far for KheZu and Ace, right? So these two guys Was that just Puppey?
Yeah, no, Puppey, what made it funny though is I literally just went there with my camera right as he was getting hooked and it just followed him getting pulled away again. These punch blades. Back-to-back games now. He had Yapsters the game before now. Yeah. Puppey on this game. Puppey's proven to be quite the effective pick as of late.
Yeah, he's very good. I mean, I watched a bunch of replays of people playing Pudge. I did like a short video. I was curious to see why Pudge is popular. And the way Black and a bunch of other people play it is they basically just hide in fog and farm bounty rooms.
Yeah.
Like they just walk around find bounty runes, collect as many as they can, try and get to level 2, level 3, and then to level 7, get that max hook range, remember. And if they're in the right place and just so happen to see an enemy they can hook, they'll hook. A lot of it isn't, you know, pre-planned. I'm going to walk here at 45 seconds past the minute mark, and they might come next to us. It's more about just, you know, enemy not knowing where you are.
Speaking of that, the smoke attempt here from Cloud9. They understand they need to make some plays right here. They're going to try a Vendetta leading the way from Nyx. But well, look at that. I mean, Warlock just falls back with the Ember Spirit as if they saw that the whole time. And they had the presence of mind to keep their distance. No gank to be had. We'll stay alive. We haven't really talked too much about Timbersaw, by the way. I mean, he is getting pretty good far. He does have the Defiance right here, switching over to the net worth. He is second in the game, first on his team of viewers at 5,400 net worth. So that's a positive for Cloud.
But the trouble is, the trade-off is that KheZu from the offlane has got a lot of farm himself, like 700 gold away from the blink. Miles ahead of him, 1,000 net worth ahead of him.
Yeah, offering it's a couple right there. Ember's Spirit should be following up as well. Give it a Hatred. He does. Oh my god, it's a Hatred. Mid one, loving it. Oh, he thinks it's not so now. Actually, mid one. The Hatred's going to end up being the bait of him right there. He ends up going down, got a little bit too cocky. Turn kill successful. Timbersaw did fall back on KheZu though. Will he go down? Yes, he will. No-a able to finish him off actually. Boulder smash on through now. That's Johan. He's in pursuit. Does have another bit. Put the Sunder at the last second, and now No-a running in fear. Will survive as he barrel rolls.
And rolled into death?
But unfortunately, by a way, I mean, yeah, into death. In the range of the Metamorphosis auto attack.
Oh, nice juke play to test the Joe though. He actually gets away past Puppey, who's working his west, but he's. Oh! Just lands the hook. Puppey sees it through the gap in the oh, going on?
Oh, ugly. Slow ring for dismember. He pops it right there, and now Timbersaw's gonna die again. Hey, I know you were not a good thing.
Okay, so, yeah.
You know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, destroyed. So, I was talking about Pudge, and this is like the exact build that I analyzed that Black kind of made popular. Was Soul Ring Tranquils, you buy smokes, you have Wind Lace, you roam around collecting bounty runes, you make sure that you're hidden in the fog, enemies don't know where you are. Sometimes you're in the right place at the right time, but then it's the Hand of Midas into Blink and then Hand. Because as Pudge, you don't want to be taking farm off the map of your team if you're just like hiding and maybe farming a few neutral camps. Midas allows you to get these talents up and running. Because he has some pretty good ones, but not amazing ones like that. But also, it keeps your gold flowing. Like, yeah, cool. Cool. Now take the bounty route.
You know what makes us so unfortunate as he literally put down that sentry ward just simply to counter ward. In case, I mean, maybe, okay, I shouldn't even say that. Maybe he did know that Nyx could have been nearby, to be fair. But the way he put it up right on top of the observer ward makes me believe that that was the case. So, and just simply Nyx was there. So, Nyx gets skilled. 15-3. Yeah, this Pudge, Puppey, MVP of the game. Sure, he's level 11 right there, but he's opened up so much room for this Ember Spirit, who's level 12 and is skipping that Villa Discord. I know you were mentioning that earlier on the draft. Seeing that more and more, so going kind of routine with that stuff lately. Highlight dive. For me, he doesn't have Magnus nearby. The Magnus isn't gonna do anything too crazy. TP out actually. They're setting up at the bottom lane. They really want to make a play, but. Oh, unless that team gets a little too crazy here.
I don't know where the rest of the secret are, apart from Warlock and Magnus, who showed top lane. They've got Blink RP on KheZu now.
Oh yeah. Where did it go? As there's a hand of Midas use as they're running towards that bottom lane. Got John mid one actually. Down, it's real. God, he was, that's a pick on him, but he was playing Ember, what was he, yesterday? There was a game, I think it was against Alliance, if I'm not mistaken, that we got that. He was kind of so he out of Coffrey though with the RP, the Wombo combo 3 on the spike here, coming out stalling a little bit, but not enough to save Nyx, although No-a will roll out. So maybe doing a bit more work to give him credit for initially. However, the Jace, okay, Timbersaw will cut through KheZu, so numbers actually works out for Cloud9 there.
2 big ultis from Secret, landing on 2 supports, they only killed one of them. The Offlane and Nyx. They only killed one of them. That's huge for Cloud9, surviving that. now they can potentially send a tier 2 bot lane and turn and fight. The sniper now having Åström. Birds are up to the but Ace is starting to come online now. So it's not the hood, building that bloodstone. You have to have it now to just go and run into a fight and gain some charges. Perfect.
Radiant's
I think
bottom
we're going
Yeah.
Fortunately, they had to regen back in base.
Exactly. Yeah. It was all nice sounding, but by the time they're able to kind of get there, obviously with the metamorphosis and the illusion being created for MP, that's what terribly does. Your bases or your tower dies before you can even really make the decision. So, but yeah, using the double ultimate, it's make it sound epic as it was with the initiation. It felt like it should have been, but yeah, on the supporting cast, not the targets that you necessarily want. And now we have an opening for Cloud9 to definitely make some plays. Nyx Assassin's scouting out level 10. We haven't really seen much from Visage yet, gotta say. Rise playing the Visage here.
It has been a hard game, and this is one of the reasons why a lot of the Visage players have really taken a disliking to support Visage and only really like playing it mid, because you need levels. You need so many levels, especially playing it in this kind of hard 5, selfless role. It's so difficult to really utilize options. Right now he's sitting on what? Lightstone? Ground?
That creep just getting in the way from the hook right there. Almost landed onto Timbersaw, but...
And power on top of Airblade when he's in melee form is actually sickening.
Even down pretty crazy. It actually goes a Diffusal Blade here to follow up the main stone. Think of that item.
That's pretty cool. I guess you can use off a
so initially though, also giving him a chance to run away by the Fire Revenant. In one shockwave, kill credit for it. They now Visage as a familiar, but not even gonna. I guess they are dead. Actually, that was an illusion.
Secret of missing spells on purpose or something. I don't know. The missed skewer and the missed hook. But they get both kills in the end, and the 2 birds. So a huge swing of gold for them there. And the majority of it goes across the Magnus and the Ember Spirit.
Radiant's top tower. Radiant structures are fortified.
I think they need some spells for the Ember Spirit because Cloud9 have a lot.
Radiant's
If they
top
can
tower
actually,
has fallen.
he's got man to end with.
Kind of like the Juggernaut style.
Like, KheZu was one of the best CPS items for Agi heroes in the game anyway. Maybe he's not buying it for the perks, he's just buying it
just for damage, yeah.
Because it's a stick item.
Whatever it is, he has it here, and he has the mana burn obviously effect as a result of that. So that could potentially be pretty strong too, but mid 1 has a Maelstrom finish, another 1,300 gold saved up as well. 12% spell amp, and I think it's expect anything less from the level 10 talent. Taking a look at that, anyone level 15 yet? No, but Parablade is actually almost very health regen. That one survivability over the increased damage from the attack speed, but he will get 200 health, which also is still so kind of buffing up him in the illusion.
Yeah, exactly. It's the illusions. Just make sure that they are hard on Rise finally has his one item, twisting it. He has the medallion, but I just don't know how much work that I can do. That's why they've got the sniper and that's it. But, guess what? Hasted Ember Spirit again.
It's just hilarious. Have these all the time. That was kind of funky right there. He actually went in and he got hooked by Pudge as he went in with the Remnant. So they were trying to collapse on a Nyx, and can't really blame Pudge. Just simply unfortunate timing and obviously good pathing there by Nyx and both games, although they didn't make it close. Gets away. So KheZu though, yeah, playing the Magnus here. We've seen a lot of these usually mid Magnuses. Get the Echo Saber even, kind of work off a little bit of farm, and semi-curious swords, but being an Offlane Magnus, it's the kind of makes more sense. He's more of the initiator, just the initiator. He has the blink and now affords that. So you like that choice to be more of a support utility rather than semi-carry?
Yeah, I think it's fun. I mean, they've got so much damage out from Ember Sprint. Like,
Terrorblade, especially with that diffuser that he just picked up, as mentioned. He's gonna have a BKB now too. So good luck doing consistent good damage to him, let alone lockdown.
Magnus is just a walking empower, right?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Like, oh, bot lane, right, all alone.
Valiant's not gonna save him there.
The rest of the team at least is applying a bit of damage here with Offlane with counter wave, and they're hiding 2 heroes and only. They showed Ace for a flash.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Around in that tree line. He'll show himself now and he's out. I think Secret fully expect 2 guys waiting in the wings ready to count. MP might get a little bit too far forward.
Another shot. You know, when he can, there, and actually look at those hit by Puppey now. Remember you, Nick's running on in. The intel ends up both, but the RP in the background from KheZu, they do get the 2 kills. Timbersaw and the Knicks, and now Noya on the front. Being much more effective. That's ridiculous.
I don't know if it was intended by Puppey, but when he was dismembering, he actually turned Rot off because he was out of range. But I wonder if he also turned Rot off because he was expecting Nyx to come in, because you can obviously, you know, carapace during Vendetta to stun up the Pudge, cancel Dismember, allow his teammates to escape. But whichever way, Puppey, decision making, turning off the damage over time.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
As well. And this opens up Roshan for Secret as well. It's just like seamless transition from one team to another. What was meant to be, you know, a baked crap off lane. They turn it on its head and all of a sudden, so there's 3 kills for the good man. They're finding 8 kills for the lane. Why is it not?
It's unfortunate almost that, you know, whenever you have a unique pick like this, you like to at least see that do well. Maybe other regions, but right now it seems like the Visage is just not having any impact, and you're kind of having trouble really understanding why they went this hero. But I mean, perhaps there's still a game left, and there's still a chance. They've taken it, running in, and charge out of him over now. Of course, he has the stuff to the familiar. But here comes Ember Spirit, and he brings it up and intimidates. Nobody's through this time. Nobody's through indeed.
Can you see Ember on the map? If yes, assume he has haste.
Game, it seems like that's been the case. Warlock also still has chaotic offering, of course, so farm the middle lane. Here wants to bait them out.
Ember actually has a full Shiver Guard finish 24 minutes in. On top of Maelstrom.
Top tower is under attack.
That is,
what do we think about that, actually? I mean, obviously that will reduce damage done to him by the sniper, especially. And then having that as he jumps in.
Yeah, just being able to slow the retreat of any heroes, you know, Cloud9, they kind of want to create a line which Secret has to break, and then retreat somewhat to high ground or retreat, you know, behind a tier 2 or a tier 3 is the way things have been going, because they are behind. So jumping out this
Timbersaw, he was on a mission of exploring the Dire base. He wanted to check out the buildings, and well, and hopefully he got us some good pictures, because I don't know what honestly he was doing. Right, he was trying to avoid, get away the whole time. So to be serious, but yeah, he clearly was not going to be getting away out of that one. Got ran down and eventually killed us. So Pudge, he's going exactly what you're saying. He is going to be going to that.
I think it's just one of the best builds. It's probably the greedier build because you do soak up like the first 10 minutes worth of bounty runes from the rest of your team. But with the Hand of Midas, it just pushes you and pushes you to like top 3 tiers. He's actually going for the opposite talent.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And when I first saw what Black on face was his talent was as well, I was kind of confused and I kind of rationalized and tried to understand why he went it. The Puppey's gone for the ones which I would consider normal or
Radiant's middle tower
8 strength over mana regen, 5 armor over 50 movement speed. I thought were good, but super good.
Radiant's middle
I can understand the other one though, honestly. I mean, move speed is always going to be decent on Pudge. The Rod especially, and just sort of face people like in this case right here. Imagine if he had 50 more move speed. Catch it up. Oh, the hook's going to miss. So it's going to keep going through the mission. Once again, the retreat mission. KheZu Johan picked off elsewhere meanwhile.
Tried to snipe a courier.
What's going on with this, by the way? He gets MP by himself, but he pops him in a more things on Sniper. It's a solo MP right here. He's just taking out the whole team.
Killing Visage, linking forward.
slings forward, has the time to do so, takes out Visage, and now her spirit gets the hell out of there.
Tries to fight back, but he's under the wall. Oh no, he's got ace.
I would say that's what he did down here at the bottom lane. Obviously, one of them. Barfus and the lockdown's real. Unfortunately, he's counting off range. Sunders at the last second.
Look at the blink off.
And then Sniper's gonna die. He sundered his teammate right pretty sure as he's going in. Here's the staying alive as where he's all. Has to Johan and biggest fail done, but that's only gonna delay. And now the tower's gonna fall as well. I love that choice of Sunder's play.
Assassinate's not going to kill me. You even see the pings coming out today.
Right there again, it picked off his dick. You're talking about looking like maybe just a career, and he ends up getting down, and then MP all of a sudden decides to go 1 versus 3. Takes out Sniper by himself.
Especially for BKB that the TB had maybe unexpected like Cloud9. Do still rely heavily on magic damage. The conversation we had in the previous game, magic damage is fine for the first like 30 minutes of the game. It's it's efficient, it's useful, it's a good way of killing people off and chipping down HP.
Radiant's top tower
once you
is
hit
under
that
attack.
wall where heroes are massively over leveled and have BKBs and ways to deal with magic damage, it just doesn't. You need someone to rip through armor to damage. Right now isn't that guy, and they've got no one else to fit the bill.
Yeah, kind of looks back again at the draft as a whole, and we mentioned Slaughter made it all the way through the draft. That physical damage and presence that could have potentially been an option. Pretty obvious thoughts on that. So trying something unique here, clearly not working out, and although it's not over yet, I mean you're down 29 to 5 hero kills, 20 in the game. While and that's
the TB has the same net worth as Timber.
So you're saying they're running him down, found him. Obviously, you're at a point in Cloud9. You're trying to be extra greedy right here.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that was. But
that like a lot of people watching, and I like as a caster, I read Reddit and I read YouTube comments and Twitch chat. And at times I see people say, "Oh look, idiot feeding." You've got to understand that they are behind you. They've got to make to make something happen, and if that something is trying to farm that one item, shove out one wave pushing into a tier 3 top lane is something that Secret do have to address. It's something that they have to change their movements for, and Cloud9 are trying to do anything they can to force Secret to do something different. That's not something different. That's the same thing we've seen before. It's Cloud9 heroes dying.
Kind of going back to what you're suggesting there, though, clearly acing, and he's just trying to, as saying goes, space created. Yeah, he's gonna fall though.
They're not in our base. They're not destroying our tower.
Exactly. That's a positive way to look at it, or positive feedback.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
If they're in a spot that's going to happen, they're probably not going to be able to come back to win this game. The firepower just seems too underwhelming at this point. And even have Sniper, he's going to BKB. So the idea that they need more physical threat, that's not even necessarily going to be a thing. I mean, you could argue if BKB allows him to deal more damage, sure, I guess it could be, but they can, I was going to say, they're going to do Roshan here coming up soon, and then they'll probably look to push and finish the game. Your team secret. So unless you catch them at the Roshan pig, completely off guard for some reason, or you get a couple of picks here and there, some buybacks maybe some.
Never refuse gold.
Secret's in full throttle position to win this game, and it's going to be on them to lose.
The puppy paws.
Oh boy. Talk it over. How do we want to actually?
No, this is let's give our enemies a second to consider whether they want to call GG right now or if they want to call GG in 5 minutes time. I don't even think Cloud9 wants to move towards the Roche pit.
Yeah, smoke through it. It's like their only chance, but they have no vision, do they?
They've got no vision. They don't have like a Tide Ravage or a Magnus RP or any real ability to get that big wombo combo through. They've got smaller combos like Nyx Assassin goes in Carapace, stun, a Spirit rolls in with his stun silence, but following through with damage, again, this is something that we've looked at. Ace had a very quiet early game. His Bloodstone charges are now down to 2. Didn't really get much impact out of the hero. I mean, what's he sitting at now? 1-6 and 1, 1-7-3 on Sniper. Obviously, it doesn't look great, but not winning your lanes, the Visage and Timber didn't beat the Magnus in a 2v1. KheZu actually managed to keep up in terms of farm and levels. The other lanes suffered as well. You know, exactly the same scenario happened mid lane. It was 2v1 against mid one. But the Åström Sniper, like, it's not the fact. There are these like weird situations where even if you're not losing your lane, you're losing. Because there are certain matchups where you're meant to win, but you're meant to win so hard that your opponent loses.
That they don't get far.
Yeah.
You really shut them out.
But the fact that they shared experience between Earth Spirit Sniper and the Sniper had the same CS as the Ember, they in effect lost their lane. This is something new though. I've not seen a Solar Crest on PUBG in a while.
Yeah, Solar Crest has just gained a lot of popularity. To kind of another one of those trends that I'm noticing.
One of those sleeper
Merlini was suggested earlier, it's got buffed quite a bit recently.
It got a lot cheaper actually. Dropped what, 350 cost? Because a talisman dropping from like 1800 to 1450.
Yeah,
pretty sure it's
26, 25. And I think some numbers got tweaked as well as far as the arm. Yeah, so it's a very good value item, and again, it is kind of funny too. There's like an ogre match that in one game, and they were trying to kill the ogre, and there's a debate. It's like, what the hell? Shouldn't be happening. Yeah, I also kind of think about the draft too, and I now kind of looking at. I noticed that they final banned the Drow, of course. Part of me kind of wonders if C9 went the Visage, almost expecting to get the Drow. But then when you think about it, they would have been better off than just picking up Drow, because there's no way they're banning Visage, like on the other side. So if that was the case, that was a fault of theirs, but
that's why I said I expected them to have something ready that wasn't the Drow. I don't think it wasn't that hero.
Again, this is the third game in a row. I want to say they've ran these same cores of the Timbersalt Sniper, so clearly they like it for whatever reason, and it's been decent in both their matches they won earlier. But now they're running into a team Secret that really was up for the challenge, and making them pay for perhaps but their control of the map right now is Secret. Roshan's up, and they're going to go do that here. Bottom lane, Ember Spirit, he's trying to chase down. Oh,
no, he's not. He's not, dude. He's going to go get a bounty rune or something. Do you want to know how you can tell if a team has not given up? One of them will execute in a quick buy. Like, he has not given up. He's like, I will get this Midas. We will go to late game. we will get through this as a team.
Our Visage will become dead.
Yeah, actually Visage has a Midas. Like I mentioned, it's one of those items that's pretty good on Visage to get your levels going. But I don't feel as bad for C9 anymore. No, I'm not trying to be funny. Like 5 minutes ago, I would have said just like when Puppey paused in my head, this is game over, right? Secret have this in the bag. It's gonna be super easy. But a couple of lost fights, especially inside Raging Phase, with a hand to Midas on Visage and potentially return for it soon. The fact that Sniper still has a lot of room to grow, has a lot of items to kill, and what?
Oh, they're going to just star the top lane, people love it. Different side, Nick will get picked off and out of Pete from the party too. Dago's business is buyback on here, but it's a 4 for nothing. And now they will make it to the top lane. So yeah, Terrible Edge has kind of been distracted as far as the top, pushing it in. Pressing the team, initiating in the middle. There's the down kill. And again, no GG's just yet, but oh no.
Back. See, I didn't get to finish my spiel, right? Because I wanted to end it with a JK.
Okay. Oh, that didn't work out.
No.
I love how that happened. Oh, look at that. They just call it GG anyways.
Yeah, it's game over. It's like mega game over.
It's
like when I saw the hands of Midas, like right, they're not giving up. I feel like it's gone from like a 99.9% chance of Secret winning to maybe like a 99. Like they've gained maybe 1% for Cloud9. The fact that they are still mentally checked in rather than mentally checked out in this game, and they're still thinking about further items to go for. Again, a little percentage point. Go for that kind of Secret so dominant in this game.
They just all left without actually officially teaming. Alright, time to kill this round. Hey, 5 to kill. Finish the 5 versus nothing round. A little more stat back. So, Secret, what does that look like? 6-1 tied with Bear. Yep. At the top there. On the other side, Cloud9.